On November 25, 2025, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro presided over a significant military ceremony in the heart of Caracas, where he wielded the sword of Simón Bolívar, Venezuela's revered independence hero. The event, held at the country's military academy, marked a moment of defiance as Maduro, flanked by top military officials and government leaders, declared Venezuela's unwavering resistance to external threats, particularly from the United States. The ceremony, which was part of Venezuela's ongoing efforts to reinforce national pride and military unity, took place amid rising geopolitical tensions. President Maduro's gesture of holding Bolívar's sword was more than symbolic. It was a clear message to the world, especially Washington, about Venezuela's refusal to yield to foreign pressures. As president of Venezuela, Maduro's actions have been a focal point of global attention, often stirring debates about the country's direction under his leadership and its strained relations with Western powers. A moment of symbolism. The ceremonial proceedings began with a solemn display of military precision. The sword of Simón Bolívar, known as the El Libertador, the Liberator, was carried by members of the honor guard into the military academy's courtyard. This act itself was significant, steeped in historical and patriotic symbolism. Bolívar, the founding figure of several South American nations, is celebrated not only as Venezuela's liberator from Spanish rule, but also as a symbol of defiance against foreign domination. His sword, passed down through generations, represents the spirit of independence and resistance. The sword was presented to President Maduro by a female soldier in a respectful gesture of military protocol. Holding Bolívar's sword was an extraordinary moment in itself, a ceremonial act that is typically reserved for those in positions of immense national importance. Maduro, dressed in the military uniform of the Venezuelan president, took the sword into his hands and unsheathed it. For a moment, the sword gleamed in the sunlight, an emblem of Venezuela's long struggle for autonomy and its continued resistance to external forces. As President Maduro raised Bolívar's sword, it was a moment of profound national pride for those in attendance. The act was not only about Venezuela's past, but also a statement about its present and future. Maduro's deliberate and highly public invocation of Bolívar was a means of aligning himself with the historical legacy of resistance. He reinforced that Venezuela